According to USA Today, 4% of college freshmen across the nation study abroad for their first semester. Hi, my name is Sam Roy, and I am a part of that 4%. When I first got my letter of acceptance from Northeastern University, I was nervous about what a semester abroad had in store for me. I knew that I was leaving a lot behind in the United States. However, I threw my inhibitions away and boarded the plane for my first ever trip to Europe, which happened to be in Thessaloniki, Greece. What I didn't know at that point was that this decision would change everything for me, and that I wouldn't trade this experience for the world. By some odd combination of luck and misfortune, I learned upon arriving at the Queen Olga Hotel that I did not have a roommate. I was placed into a single room. Although the privacy was nice to have, it did lead to some problems. I accidentally locked myself out of my room 4 or 5 times throughout the year, and I didn't have anyone to let me borrow their key to get in. However, being in a single room did not stop me from meeting an amazing group of guys that I get to call my friends. Truly a one-of-a-kind group, we made the most of this short semester, from visiting the farmers market and chatting with locals to piling 10 of us into an apartment in Barcelona for a whole week. The city of Thessaloniki is truly something else. With some of the nicest people you could ever meet, the city unites the passion of Greek history and culture with a modernized style of living. It is like nothing I've ever experienced before in my entire life. Also, the nightlife in Thessaloniki was like no other. Long story short, my friends and I tried to indulge in that aspect of the culture as much as possible. I also quickly learned that Greek food is delicious in its very own way, and understood why their food is so well known across the world. In my opinion, the best part of Europe as a whole is that every country has its own amazing monuments, people, and culture, and these countries are all so close to one another. I was fortunate enough to travel to Barcelona and Berlin during the semester. In Barcelona, my friends and I did as much as we could, like visiting the Sagrada Familia, the FC Barcelona stadium known as Camp Nou, and spending nights out at beachside clubs until sunrise. I also got a haircut in Barcelona, so that was pretty cool. While in Greece, I went on several excursions as well. I can now proudly say that I conquered the daunting hike of Mount Olympus. In retrospect, it makes sense now why ancient Greeks thought gods lived up there. I also got to scuba dive in the beautiful waters of Halkidiki, lounge in the relaxing Pozar hot springs, and visit the Parthenon in Athens. There's no way that I could possibly talk about my experience without mentioning the American College of Thessaloniki. A tiny school with students from all different countries and backgrounds, ACT was my home for those 3 months. As an engineering major, I have to be honest in saying that my classes were a lot of work. That doesn't mean that I didn't have fun in school. I learned so much from all my teachers, way more than I ever expected with this being my first college semester. For my service learning, I had the opportunity of painting over graffiti and cleaning up streets with a bunch of my new friends, and this was one of my favorite parts about going to ACT. There are times when we did work pretty hard, and other times when we dropped the ball for the sake of fun. Going on this trip was definitely one of the best decisions of my life. So many people made me think that this wasn't the right choice for a college freshman, and I experienced way more here than I ever could anywhere else. Coming out of Thessaloniki, my views on the world and foreign culture have changed for the better, and the memories from this experience are some of my most prized possessions. I know now that I can gladly say that I am a proud member of the 4%, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Ευχαριστώ πολύ Thessaloniki. Na prosekis.